Hey folks, welcome to week number 3. This week we're really going to kind of start learning about the essay process here, okay? Start doing a little bit of work for our essay, develop content for it. All right, so again, 2 turn-in dates, Monday and Thursday as per usual. You're going to watch the week 3 video. Congratulations, you're doing that right now. You're going to complete essay 1 prep. I will show you what's in there, okay? You're going to look at the popular scholarly source comparison. You're going to complete and submit the popular scholarly source comparison. Okay, both those are in the Essay 1 prep folder. You're going to complete your paraphrasing and quoting. You're going to watch the review of the plagiarism quiz. You're going to complete and submit the paraphrasing and quoting exercise, and you're going to look over the MLA citation information that's right here. After that, you're going to read sample Essay 1. I'm going to note give a sample of all of your essays. I always try to give you a sample essay, and so you've got a sample right here for essay 1 that you can take a look at. Always strongly recommend you read those before you start writing it, okay? All right, and then the last thing due this week is to begin writing essay number 1. Now remember, this needs to happen in your Google Doc that I shared with you, okay? Check your email. If you're totally confused what I'm talking about, you're going to have an email from me with further explanation and a reminder of how this will work, okay? That's due next week. All right. Let's go ahead and go through and take a look at this. So, the Essay 1 prep section, okay? We've got here a template worksheet I want you to go ahead and download, okay? If you click the open link, we'll ask to make a copy of a document. This will work just like the template you used for your annotation will work. That pops up there, okay? Now, the sample one here, okay? There's great sample here. The idea behind this worksheet is that you can start saying, this is what the popular article claims, and this is what the scholarly article claims. Okay. Now remember, our goal here is to be able to say, this piece of popular news about scholarly research either is correct, it's not correct, or it's somewhere in the middle. And that's a fine answer to have as well. Like most of these, it's going to be a little bit of a gray area. All right. Now, so for example here, for the stated research question and goal, what does the popular article say the scholarly study was trying to figure out? And then, what does the scholarly study say it was trying to figure out? How does the popular article explain what the study did? What do they tell us about what the study did? And then, what does the scholarly study actually tell us, okay? Again, this is just creates sort of a worksheet for you where you can see the differences between what the popular article says the scholarly study did and what the scholarly study actually claims, okay? Those are 2 different things. There's also a section here for the results, and then a section for caveats or discussion, okay? What are you noticing in terms of differences? What stuck out to you is strange in each of these pieces, okay? Now, the way this will work is the way it will work for every assignment that we do, okay? You're gonna get feedback on this that I want you to be able to incorporate into the essay. So I'll take a look at this, say, yes, this is good job identifying this. Well, what do we think this means? Sorts of things that sort of can help you guide you. So once you turn this in, by Thursday, you'll have some feedback on it. This right here is just a link to the scholarly study, Ted Brasky's piece that we talked about last week. So the sample worksheet that we've got here, okay, is based upon Amanda Harper's piece from the Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center. It's a popular news release, and then what Ted Brasky's actual study is. You don't need to read this, but if you want to kind of know how we got from Brasky's study to what the scholarly study actually shows, you can sort of see the relationship. That template, again, if you click the link here, it will ask you to make a copy into your Google Drive. And again, you can drop all of these into your English 102 folder, so everything's in one place. You don't have to go looking for it. Just same thing as we saw there. All it is a blank template. You can start typing in right away, and then you'll be all set to go. Okay? So that's the first thing for this week, Essay 1 Prep. So if we go back to our list here, the popular scholarly source comparison, that's what this is. It's part of our Essay 1 Prep section. Now, another thing we're going to do here to get ready is to kind of go through and take a look at quoting versus paraphrasing. One of the things we're going to need to do as we write essays for class is refer to our outside sources. And so sometimes you're going to give a direct quote. They say this, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Maybe their words are super important, and we need to be able to quote them directly. In some cases, you're going to explain what they did, and that's what's called a paraphrase. So what we've got here is a discussion of quoting versus paraphrasing, the difference between them, and how this worksheet will work. Okay, again, so I've got another worksheet here. Okay, again, you open the link, it'll ask you to make a copy. As I said, we'll use a number of these over the course of the semester. We'll use them a little more heavily early on than we do later on, but you'll kind of get used to using some Google Docs templates, okay? Again, just a blank text here, okay? The basic thing, and we can come back and take a look again at the sample, because I always try to give you guys a sample. And again, you don't need to color code or mark things up for me. I'm just trying to show you what I'm doing here. So the difference between a quotation and a paraphrase. What you're going to do is just pull one piece of text directly from your scholarly study, and then write text introducing it, a direct quote, write text explaining it, and then down here in the paraphrase section, you're going to work at paraphrasing, i.e. putting an explanation of this information into your own words, okay? So again, just sort of an overview of paraphrasing versus quoting, how to do each, how to cite each, okay? Start with the video at the beginning. It'll kind of walk you through everything. Now, last week we did a plagiarism quiz. This is just a quick review of it. Please go ahead and watch it. I try to clarify some places where a lot of folks made mistakes, okay? All right, MLA citation, just really simple. I've got a video here called Citation Basics. Kind of walks you through some of the basics of MLA citation, okay? And then a link to Purdue University's Guide to MLA Citation. I'm a big fan of using their website. It gives you examples. It explains the logic behind everything. And it also includes a link to Citation Machine, which can help you start to format your works cited citations. They may not be perfect, and you might have to go back and manipulate them some, but it'll give you a place to start. Okay, so just a really good resource here. And then I want you to read the sample essay number 1. Okay, again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I create these sample essays or use student sample essays in many cases. And I find that it's really helpful to sort of give you an idea as to what it is we're working towards here. Okay, final draft of this essay. We're just going to do a final draft. No rough and final for this one. We will do review and revision on the remaining essays for the class. Is due next Monday. Okay, so as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help. Good luck, and let me know if you've got any questions this week.